So we're saying the check is coming from, okay, well, I received the check from M. Bond, isn't it? So the money is coming from M. Bond, isn't it? And the money is going where? Who is receiving? The business is receiving money, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. So how many accounts are affected? The first one? So we're going to have the M. Bond account. And that account will be what? Capital. Why capital, guys? Guys, we're saying here, the business has received £315 from M. Bond. What are the two accounts? Check goes to the bank, isn't it?
Yes.
So when you're receiving money, if you're receiving check, it means you sold goods on, either sold goods on credit or you sold goods, so the customer is paying, isn't it? When the customer is paying, the money either goes to the bank or to the cash what? Account. If the customer is paying on cash basis, the money goes to the cash what? Account. If the customer is paying through a check or bank transfer, the money goes to the bank what? Account. In this case, M. Bond is paying us what? 315 check. What it means is there are two accounts. The bank account has to receive money worth £315, isn't it? The customer, in this case is M. Bond, has to release money worth what? This transaction does not affect the capital account. Capital account will simply release money into the bank. The capital account will not receive money. The moment you debit the capital account, it means you are reducing capital. Are you together?
Yes.
So you can only debit the capital account if the business is making a loss. Mugamanga business, if you start your business today with 1 million capital, just general, isn't it? If that business makes a profit of 300,000 as a net profit, isn't it? What will happen is your capital has moved from 1 million to 1.3 million, isn't it?
Yes.
If the business is making a loss of 300,000, what it means is the capital has dropped from 1 million to, understood? Can you put your phones aside? Whether dead or alive, you don't want to see your phones here. Put them aside so that at least we can concentrate, isn't it?
Yes.
The question is, okay, what the question here? I'll be the question. For some of you are not looking at the question. You are trying to test the depth of the water. Okay, now, understood. What are the two accounts here? Where did you get the capital account? Yeah. Where did you get the capital account? Okay, but you've understood what I'm saying, isn't it?
Yes.
Guys, these things are not. There are no shortcuts, isn't it?
Yes.
If you don't listen, you are preparing yourself to fail. Are together? Because I want you to understand the concept. which is very what? Important, isn't it? Now on 4th September, they say cash sales amounting to 802. Cash sales is same as the business has sold the goods amounting to what? 802. Selling on cash sales, it means the goods were sold on a cash basis. So if the goods were sold, if the payment was done by check, then the money goes to the bank. In this case, we are going to have how many accounts? Cash sales. Okay. Let me say this. If you have a number of transactions, is it? And within those number of transactions, 4 or 5 transactions are affecting one account, you don't need to have different accounts. For example, transaction number 1, there's bank and capital. Transaction number 2, there's bank and capital. You only have one bank account. You don't need to have a number of bank accounts. How do you get that? So you'll be just debiting that bank account or crediting that bank account. Debiting that bank account, something like that. Understood?
Yes.
No need for you to create several bank accounts. Understood? Now, so I'm saying, so cash sales, we're going to have a cash account, and what will be the corresponding account? So we're going to have sales account, which will be credited. Sales account so we're crediting the sales account. We're going to debit the cash account, which is receiving the what? The cash payment. Understood? Am I making myself clear? I hope it's not Greek, So the other one is what? Paid lent by cash. Huh? Cash account, huh? Cash account, huh? Yeah. The cash account is what? Which account is being credited? So it's a lent account, eh? No. Okay, it's a lent account, but now the question is, the concept is wrong, isn't it? So in this case, if we are paying rent by cash, the cash account is releasing money. Where is the money going? And what is the purpose of that money? That money is going to pay what? Rentals. So we're going to have 2 accounts. The rent account receiving payment, and the cash account releasing the what? The payment. I saw this other group had 2 accounts, capital account and I don't know what was another account. So everything was debited in the capital account, capital account. Do you have that group here? I don't want to mention names. I don't want to delete people. I don't want to beat the people. Next time they will say, no, don't use our... when you want to take... Okay? Anyway. Now, guys, are you listening?
Yes.
Is this what you're writing there? Maybe you... Is this what you wrote? You did not like that, is it? Is this what you wrote? Is this what you did?
No.
You did something different. Are you the ones who want the capital account and the debit account? Are you sure? Let me see. I knew it. I didn't want to mention names. People like one. Next time you want to take it. Don't you? But I know, okay. Capital account, okay. Please, let us understand each other here. Capital accounting does not receive money, is it? Unless you are drawing money from the business. Altogether. The capital account, the role of the capital account is to get money and put into the business. Full stop. The payment and receipts are done either bank or cash what? Account and any other account. You never debit a capital account unless you are drawing money from the business. Because if you are taking money from the business for personal use, what it means is you are reducing your what? Capital. So that one will debit capital account, and the capital invested will actually go down. Understood? Guys, so that one was banked $50 of the cash held by the business. How do you bank it out of what? Why can't they bank it out? Okay, we are banking to bank a bank $50 of the cash that the company was holding, isn't it? So the bank is receiving, the bank account is receiving $50. So we're debiting, isn't it? On off credit what? Cash account. As simple as what? And why are you troubling yourself? Thinking beyond your capacity. No, sometimes when you think too much, you know what happens? Even if you're writing exams and you think too much, sometimes my answer, my PTD, you go ahead of answers. So, basically, we will see my blank spaces. Think smartly. Can is answer. So, cash sales paid directly into the bank. Cash sales paid directly into the bank. What it means is, sales account, the bank account is receiving. Can you see? Very good. Check paid to S Mills. What would be the double entry? Check paid to S Mills. Yes, my dear. Yeah, you say, what's your name? Huh? Tisomo who? Huh? Tisomo Bank. Tisomo means grace, huh? So the grace is sufficient. I'm saying, what would be the double entry here? You have the grace. Yes, my friend here. Paid check to S Mills. S Mills, what would be the double entry? Okay, what is happening? If they say paid check to S Mills, I'll come to them. What's the meaning of that? What's happening here? What is the business doing? What is the business doing? Paid check to S Mills. What has the business? What are they doing? What is being done in the business? What have they done so far? They have paid someone, isn't it? Using what? Check goes to what? So they're paying who? So what will be the double entry? What will happen to the bank account? So what do you say? We are going to credit bank account and debit what? S Mills. Again, it's simple as that. Don't think too much. Just be systematic, isn't it? Look at the question, understand it, and interpret it, translate it, and you should be able to get it, isn't it? Okay. Withdraw cash from bank for business use. What is happening there? Withdraw cash from bank for business use. What is happening there? What's happening? What's happening? You. Yes. Huh? The question is, withdrew cash from bank for business what? Use. Njijewa nyake ndoti takatenga ndalama ku banki tidzagwiritsa ntchito mjani mu business. So how are you going to account for that money? What will be the double entry? I'm going to what?
Bank account and capital account.
And what are you going to do?
The bank account is using so credit.
You create the bank account and you are going to debit what? Why capital account? Huh? Capital is never receiving. What is receiving is the what? Huh? And what is this business account? The money is coming from bank account to the cash account, so that you can start using from the cash account. Can you see here? The money is coming from the bank, the government will withdraw, and we put in the cash account and we start spending. So yes.
When money, we are drawing from, we are taking money from the business. And for business use, you will say that we put it to the office.
Okay, what I said was, and get it correct, it's a very important point. What I said was, if you start business today with 1 million
Yes.
as a sole proprietor, isn't it?
Yeah.
And after 3 months or after 2 months, you decide to withdraw 200,000 from the business for personal use. Get the point, eh?
Oh, yes.
If that money is withdrawn for personal use, it means you are reducing the what? Capital to 700,000. But if that money is withdrawn for business use, nothing is affecting what? The capital. The money is still in the business. Understood that? Likewise, if you make a loss in the business, that loss will knock off the what? The capital. If you make a profit, that profit will increase the what? The capital. This is an accounting class, huh? So, understood?
Yes, please.
More business? So, the money is not going to capital account, the money is going to cash account. Coming from the bank to cash account. So, the business will spend the money from the cash account. Start buying. Instead of writing the checks, I was going to take a cash from one phone. That's what is happening there.
So here, the money is being from the bank.
Yes. So you debit DR cash, CR, you're going to credit bank account. Understood? Yes, yes, yes.
So that means when the bank is releasing, it's not the capital account. It's where the cash account.
Sometimes, okay, what's happening is that we have a business. Don't have a data. Or a tissue. Okay. What we want to do is, I want you to understand that this is the basic accounting. If you don't understand the basics, you have problems. Double entry, that's where accounting is all about. Accounting is not about double entry. How do they code assets? How do they code capital? And how do they code what? Liabilities. If you master this, you're good to go. If you don't, then you are not good to go. You are good to go back faster than you came. Thank you so much. So, what I'm saying here is, listen to me, isn't it? I'll give you a basic example. This is a business. Is it? In this business, you are selling maize, or you are selling, it would be grains, is it? It would be maize, soybeans, whatever you have, isn't it? You have different agricultural produce that you are selling. Okay, right? Now, when you sell, the money can either go to what? Bank or cash. But before you started the business, there was a capital account here. See what? Money moved from the capital account, maybe 1 million, into, okay. Let's do like this, for you to understand better. So, we have a capital account here. Okay, right? So, first of all, you have capital of maybe 10 million. You want to start a business. Okay? This capital can be in a form of cash or assets or what have you. If it's in the form of money, what happens is the capital can move from here directly to what? Bank account. Can you see? Can move here directly to what? Cash account. What it means is what it means there is what it means is every business will either have a bank account or a cash account. You can keep your money in the bank and you can keep your money within the business, maybe in a cash tea or whatever, whether in a carton or a basket. You don't want to deposit the money. There are people here who don't actually deposit their money. When you have money, you keep them in your bra, wherever you put them, so that people cannot see them. My friends, don't you have money in your bra here?
No.
Then you are lucky, but some do that. Listen. So they don't want to keep their money. They don't trust anyone. They trust themselves, isn't it? So they'll make sure they find a very strategic place where they could put the money so that nobody goes there, nobody has a. Now, someone saying the business can open a bank account with any bank, isn't it? National Bank, whatever. So, my bank will the bank can receive money. I can put some sales out, isn't it? When they're selling by check, the money goes to the bank. If they're selling by cash, the money goes to what? Cash account. They can decide to transfer money from the cash account to bank. Take a cash and the deposit. C'est more that. Calculate the bank. The bank will spend for on behalf of what? Of the business. If you want to pay Maweka Zuku, they will pay either from the bank or cash. Can you see? So capital we have release in the altogether. So you don't need to make any interest unless your business is making loss, so you would want to reduce, because whatever you put here, okay, that's what we'll be discussing shortly. Thank you. Now let's move on. Let us what?
Move on.
Any question? I don't want to leave anyone behind. So let us move further by looking at. I brought 3 markers. I gave someone. There's another marker. And how does someone put the marker just behind here? How do I see that? How can you see us? So let us move further. Double entry will give you more questions to practice on double entry. But the most important is you have to understand the concept. Debit and credit. Debit entry, credit entry. Isn't it? Coming up with what? A T account, and you have to understand where do we debit, where do we credit. Why do we debit if you are receiving, isn't it? Why do you credit when you're paying out, isn't it? So, when you're paying out, you credit your account, and your debit account is more than the person you're paying, isn't it? Understood? So, Let us look at we call them balancing of the accounts. Balancing of what? Yes, madam. What? And what is that? Paid wages. Through what? Per cash or bank? So paid wages. You are going to have a cash account and wages what? Which account are you going to debit? Speak loudly. When making noise, I hear you speaking on top of your voices, you guys. Yeah? Now, when you're going to, we're asking you to speak on important matters, your voice is gone. Okay, talk now. Which one is going to debit here? Okay, the question is paid wages by cash. So what to prepare the accounts and complete the what? The double entry. What will be the double entry? So I'm saying there are two accounts that are affected. One is what? Cash account. The other one is what? So which one is receiving and which one is receiving? Which is what? Receiving from where? So we're going to debit wages and credit what? Cash account. Okay, the most important thing is to identify which account is receiving and which account is releasing. The one receiving will be debited. The one releasing will be what? Credited. As simple as that. And where is the problem? Young stars. So I'll give you more examples so that we actually get used to double interested. Yeah, so let's move further. Let's move a step further. We're trying to balance off T accounts. Balancing off will mean to say we're trying to equate debit side to the what? Credit what? Side. We want to make these sides equal. That's balancing off the T what? Account. That's balancing off the T what? I'll give you an example, the one I gave you on the very first day. Assuming your guardian, your parents, your guardian, your brothers, your sisters, your dad, or your dad, my dad, your dad. It is even with the father and the dad, yes. What's the difference? Oh, a dad and the father are they the same? Oh, the dad and the this one is my father. Dad and my father? Dad and my father? It depends on what? Oh, the dad does money, isn't it? The father? Guys, so I'm saying, if you remember very well, we said, assuming, what's her name? Nina. As in, okay, let's use Nina's account, isn't it? Let's assume this is Nina's what? But Nina. I don't know whether. Okay, I'll put Nina, no one. Okay, let's assume this is Nina's account. Now, let's assume this account is for a month, isn't it? A month of February. Come 1st February. And on 1st February, this person, Nina, received what we call upkeep allowance, isn't it? Amounting to 100,000. And this money is specifically for, the month of February. There's Valentine, this and that. So this person needs more what? Money. And the responsible father, and responsible dad, we call it dad or father or whatever we call it, has decided to give this daughter, a beautiful daughter, 100,000 to spend. Now, what happened is, why are we debiting? We know we have another account. I'm not interested in double entry. I'm interested in balancing off this what? Account, isn't it? It will have details, dates, and what have you. So, Nina will start spending the money. On 2nd February, and spends money on nails, isn't it? How much? How much? 15,000, huh? Come 4th February. What do you call? Eyelashes?
Rashes.
Oh, eyelashes. I don't know. How much do that?
5,000.
5,000, isn't it? 5,000. Only 15. Huh? Okay. That's 15,000. That means you're following, isn't it? Oh, this is 50,000, this is 5,000. Okay, now, on 15. Not 15, 14. We've done 14. Just imagine. Just imagine. So we have 14 here. What are we 14?
What would you
I want to hear. Huh?
What a red dress and things for her boyfriend.
No, I'm putting a red. That's a dress, isn't it? Bought a dress, isn't it? For the Valentine. And no. Okay. Okay, on 14, we have dress 20,000. Something like that. And on some day 14th, went had a dinner. She sponsored a dinner, She invited the boyfriend and the exes of the boyfriend. So they have a dinner and how much? This is what? 25,000. And then on 28th February. It's a birthday? So what happens on the birthday? What do you buy?
Cake.
There was a cake and what have you, isn't it? A cake about, no. 25,000. Let's put that 15,000. Okay, let's stop there. This is the last day of the month, isn't it? 28th, isn't it? Now, I'm not interested in the T accounts, but I'm interested in how do we balance off this account. At the end of the day, this side, at the end of the month, we're supposed to close off these accounts. Closing off, that means they cut off. My accounts are take it. So we close off. We put two lines down and single line up. We do the very same thing here. And we put two what? Lines up. Okay.
Yeah.
So what it means is, we want to know how much was received in February and how much was spent, isn't it? And what was the what? What was the what? Balance. Okay, if you add this, what do you get? 9,000. If you add this, 100,000. So there's 100 here and there's 90 here. And we would want to have those balances equal. Those balances should be what?
Equal.
My friends, this is accounting. Accounting is a cycle. You start from here, it goes here. So what happens is we have they call it completely double interest. Posting double interest, we balance off. Tikapanga balance of Majanaja, we take the balances to the trial balance to check if we have made errors. From the trial balance, we produce financial statements. Are you understanding? So what you do by the end of the day, by the end of the day, by the end of this semester, you should be able to produce financial statement. So this is the process. I'm not just doing this for the sake of doing it. Right? So I'm trying to give you something that will be able to practice it practically. What I want to remember with, try to have an account. You have to put zona. Every day, when you get money, record it. And every day when you spend the money, when it's airtime, record it. And by the end of the month, just check how much you've spent on airtime. You'll be shocked. Because sometimes we just spend, we don't even record it. We don't know how much we've spent because we just spend, isn't it? But try to record. You say, okay, today I'm spending this money. Tomorrow I'm spending this. Record every expenditure. You find that, oh, I think I'm wasting money. This money is worth a crate of chocolate. Business is a capital to help the business need. I'm telling you the fact. I'm not just teaching you accounting, I'm teaching you to be financially disciplined, isn't it? So that you're able to make good financial decisions. Okay? You don't just spend money. You spend, it's better you multiply money first before you spend, isn't it? Think of how do I multiply this money before I spend it, isn't it? Yeah? Think of ways of multiplying the monies. So, so what we're going to do here is we're going to put both sides in. We're going to put 100 here, 1,000. And I'm also going to put what? 100,000. Where? Here. Simoza? But these things are not balancing, is it? Simoza? How much do we need to add to make it balance? So where do we put the 10,000? Here or this side? So when we put 10,000 here, are we together? So this 10,000 we're putting here, we call it balance. Simoza? Carry it down. It's a balance scale down, or another way it's a balancing of figure. What it means is you're given this, you're spending someone and you have this money. So this balance scale down, this is as a what? Mwezi what? Ni kama za kuwa na festi. Guys, festi March. This balance down, carry down, becomes a balance what? Brought forward. What it means is, in short, in simple terms, that person was given 100,000 and he has spent what? 90,000. That person still has what? 10,000 in his what? Account, isn't it? Then that was the Gamabina, Zikaguti, and carrying him down one another. Simple mathematics, what do you start against? Most of you start. I'm going to say something. What the one? I don't know yet. You should be listening attentively. Nothing is good. I don't know why you guys learn it from accounting. Read beautiful faces. Huh? Why is it hard? So guys, what we're doing, so this is what balance brought forward. Okay, balance brought forward or balance brought, okay, it could be balance carried forward, or balance brought what? Down. Is balance brought down or balance what? Brought forward. And this one is balance carried what? Down. Or it becomes balance brought forward or balance brought down. In other words, it's an opening balance. They put it in this account, Nina's account. If you get the budget, you have a in the 100,000. It means Makola has some passes 100,000. 90? Kuda gusto mag-spend. Can you see? Yes, sir. Oh. No, with these human lives, you can do it. Yes. Yeah, it's up to you. If you finish the whole money, that means automatically this one will be equal to this one. There will be no balance carried down, no balance brought forward. You get the point, huh? But the question now is when you say you are given 100 million and you have spent 120. How would you do that? Or the father will ask you, I only give you 100,000. And how come you spend 120? Wait, who gave you that amount? Hey, you and the boyfriend. You and your friend, you're doing boyfriend. What about boyfriend? Are they sponsors? They're not supposed to. Okay, so what I'm saying is do we have a question on that? What? Yes, ask.
So we have calculated the website so that it's used 90,000. We don't trade the 90,000.
We do not? No, we don't. Because we are balancing off. So that's why I said, let's count this figure. How much do we have here and how much do we have here? The largest figure is the one that goes both sides, isn't it? Then where there's a difference is when now you put the balance out, cut it down. Cut it down. CD. That's balance cut down, isn't it? Balance brought down. That means it goes to the other side, isn't it? As an opening one. Okay, this is different. Am I very fast? It's understood, eh? Yeah. Ask me questions if you have questions. My friend, are you okay? You're not okay? What's the problem? Oh, she's fever? Sorry. Quickest, we wish you quickest recovery. Eh? Maybe you go to the hospital. You can go to the hospital. Okay. Any questions? Huh? Do you have answers? So I'll give you an assignment. You go back to the previous question. Ready? So what you do is you do the T accounts. If there's one, I think there's only bank and there's bank cash sales. Bank account get Kaimos altogether. Just use one bank account for all transactions. Use one cash account for all any other transactions, isn't it? You debit and credit. So by the end of the day, balance of each T account for me. Oh, I gave you an example, isn't it? The one that you failed. I gave you an assignment to do. You failed, isn't it? You failed very well. Not just failing, but you failed very well. So we revised, isn't it? And after revision, we've done, well, we looked at the balancing off of T accounts, isn't it? So what I'm saying is, the next thing I'm expecting you to do is to make sure you balance. You go back that question the way we have done. So what you need to do is just get the input that we have put together and produce the T accounts. So I'm saying there are a number of transactions that are affecting one account. For example, bank account, you get Kaimos for all the transactions. Debit or credit, same account. By the end of the day, I expect bank account to be balanced off, cash, sales, and all other accounts. My bank is balanced off. You want it? I want to see it balanced off. Do you have a question? Come on. play jokes. Our guys are America. They want to do it on. Dalam mana kau kerja? Cuma bangga pumpang kerja. Can you light it down? Now, I want to see how you bounce that off. It's not assignment. It's not assignment. It's being done. We still have time. It will be done now. We're not here to joke. We're here to win the test of what? Hey, everyone must be like this. My friend, can you put your phone aside? And let's believe one and I believe part of it. Otherwise, texting your boyfriend, the girlfriend now, it's not acceptable. The one that is on the group, do that one. When you buy it, now do it, and we're going to balance. We want you to see balance. We want you to balance it. Yes, sir. There's a bank and a different account. The other transaction is bank and something else. The other is bank something else. So the bank is bank for each account. And bank account is all of us are doing what they're going to do. Nothing like the bank is done. Catch it so. Como é que o escolho that? Instead of producing cash accounts for bank account for each transaction, it doesn't need to produce one. It's about Are we done? No one insists, eh? Jim, let's finalize. You are asked for permission. Don't pretend. Then ask your friend. Yes, can we move on? Guys, have you bounced off? Have you? Any questions? So, I thought I'm sure you're still bouncing off those accounts. So what we do is I'll give you up to next week Tuesday to do that, bounce it off. That will be our first thing on Tuesday. Yeah. Because time is up. This is 3 o'clock. So I can't keep you more than this. It's a textbook. I'll give you a plan code. Thanks, see you next week. Yes.
Financial accounting, why? No, okay.